my way back to you until you make amends with the demons you've been through. And I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home. Find your way back home. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's PCN Marquee Matchup. And boy, do we have a fantastic one in store for you guys tonight. It is Benfica. It is Manchester City. Two teams that have gotten off to pretty good starts, and Benfica have had the better of the starts, with Manchester City no slouches themselves, with plenty of marquee players in their teams. But I'm joined alongside me tonight by TJL, the Adam. Adam, how on earth are you doing this afternoon?
Doing pretty good. Just watching this Benfica team right now. Just got equalized against Real Madrid. Live updates provided here on PCN. Love to see it.
Friolito will probably clip that one. He just went bar down on the goalkeeper. Anyway, let's get to this matchup. Benfica, Man City, two teams that, in a Benfica team where it's kind of the old guard returning home.
A lot of the returning Benfica players coming back to Chuck. Those blood contracts, they run deep. Benfica trying to make another title run, I wouldn't put it past them in any way, shape, or form. They got a banger of a squad once again for another season.
Well, and does it just speak to, I guess, Chuck's pull and ability with not only the club being Benfica, but just himself, Chuck Norris, probably, I would say, top 3 managers in PCN just in total right now.
He's definitely doing it right. He, lives by his players, dies by his players. He brings in guys that are going to be loyal to the club, and if they want to dip out for whatever reason, he'll find a way to shift them out, and he'll keep to his word no matter what. So a lot of players like that. You see a lot of players returning to him mainly for that reason. They know that he's a pretty stand-up guy. He's not gonna, he's not gonna try to backstab you in any way, shape, or form. So that's why you're kind of seeing Chuck Norris being one of the best managers here in PCN.
Well, let's get to his squad. They line up in a 3-5-2. That Bottleface starting in goal. The front 3 in front of Unlucky Masters, Perps and Taco Kid. Just in front of them, Fayette Villain and Jammy as the midfield duo. And on the flanks, Chuck Norris himself and Classy, who's one of those returning to Benfica among a host of others. Marvinho down the middle. He's supporting Stone and Deering. Stone taking a season off from the Portuguese side, having a little go at Orlando, deciding to come back. Adam, every time we have Stone on the Marquee Matchup, he does something absolutely ridiculous.
He does something ridiculous, except for in the All-Star game, man. Still Rob, still mad. I can't believe it.
But in terms of just an all-around team, as we seem to have lost Adam, so Will, I'll direct this question to you as we have Adam come back in.
I just got dropped. Tough. You hate to see it, but someone else got dropped.
Just in terms of an overall team, I mean, it's not like it's a very defensive team. It's not a very attacking team. This is a very sound team at all 11 positions.
I mean, has Benfica ever not been a very sound team? I mean,
well, some might say last season.
Well, I mean, that was just a lot of exits going to Orlando team, winning the Super League title, obviously. But I mean, Chuck still put together a squad that was competing in the end. May have not been for Super League, but he was still, up there getting results against some of the bigger teams. So any team that Chuck puts together is usually going to be an all-around very good team in all 11 spots.
Well, let's head over to this Manchester City team managed by Golden Panda in his rookie season. In management, it's gone pretty well so far.
I would agree. They have a good squad. They have a really good squad. A lot of these guys came from another league, so they have a lot of playtime together. They have been around the club scene for a long time, and Golden Panda, aka Isco, has been around.
Ribbage.
Has developed quite
trust me. Yeah, if you know him in Discord, you know he's been around for a while.
So they've got to back up their smack talk, and they've been doing so far.
Well, the Discord warrior himself sends out his side in a 3-5-2 graphics, getting the call in net. Gerard Demba Bob and Walker along the back three, Mike Dishon. And Criminal Vidal makes up the midfield pair. Belcatraz, Slick Joey on the flanks. Maestro down the middle. And Stride and Golden Panda as the two strikers. And I think, Adam, we can both speak to Stride's ability. His insane creative skills, as well as on the ball, being able to beat not one, but 2 or 3 defenders in one go.
Yeah, no, Stride's a killer. Anytime he's in the box, you got to expect for him to either do some type of move and then rip it, or he's just going to rip it one time and it's going to go somewhere in those top corners. It's usually where Stride likes to place him. I think one of the big talking points here might be, I believe, Cage technique. Not allowed to play in this game on loan at Man City, but is how you say it? What's that clause? That we have on him? No compete clause. I don't know.
No,
something like that.
You cannot play for Parent Club.
There you go. That's
can't play
so
against
he has that on him. So Cage will not be playing this game. So see how that affects this Manchester. I think he helped him out. He got at least 3 points. And I know that. I'm not too sure how the other result. But player coming in, see if he can mesh and figure it out.
Well, especially if he's playing the first 2 games. I mean, it doesn't look like there's much of a downgrade in this midfield with Belcatraz and Joey in there. I definitely wouldn't say either one of those are downgrades, but do you think it's maybe just going to be a matter of chemistry? It's just not having the 2 games previously played tonight.
I think they'll be figuring it out just fine. Just getting players in that they know each other already. Like I believe Will was saying, or you were saying, someone said it. They already have chem built in, so they're gonna be fine. Obviously, Cage, he did play the 2 games, but I mean, we've seen before guys come in on call last minute style. I think Italiano had a player had that happen to him, and they ended up doing just fine. Even if a player like Cage can't play, I think they should be fine.
Yeah, so Belcatraz is the guy who's placing Cage out left mid. Lionel Gerard did not start on Sunday, but he's starting tonight in place of Belcatraz, the back 3. I think I've been around Belcatraz before. I've had him play for my Spurs teams back a few seasons ago. He's really versatile and dynamic player. He'll be able to hold his own for sure, and he's been a known commodity around pro clubs for quite a while now. So I think he'll be an adequate replacement, and that front 3 for PCM Man City is got a tough job of dealing with Benfica's back line, but I'm really looking forward to this matchup. It should be 2 really, really top teams.
Yeah, it's any Benfica back line ever put out in history of PCN. It's going to be a tough ask for any strikers.
Yeah, just remember not too long ago they had
defensive maestro.
The best defense in Super League.
I mean, it's still there. The record still holds, right?
It does still hold, but the crazy thing in that season is even having the best defense in the league, they didn't score enough goals to outscore Inter Milan that season. But we mentioned the defense of Benfica, but let's think about this attack of Benfica going against the Manchester City defense. Adam, I don't know if you know many of these guys, because I personally don't. But I can tell you right now that front three of Benfica might look to try to have their way with that Manchester City defense.
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously talking about zone, stone zone, in effect, full effect as striker in that left striker spot. Deering and Marvinho, yeah, for me, obviously, not too many known names, but if Chuck's bringing him in, they're coming in for a reason. Chuck stepping away from that cam role, especially for Marvinho. I think that says something about the quality of the player that they brought in. So I think
I would like to say
that'll be my theory for today. Just fine. They'll be just fine.
Deering has won golden boots at VFL, and Marvinho performed last season for Benfica. He was a really good player. So those guys are known around the club's community, good players. And same with that Man City back line. I'm not very familiar with those guys. I think it's probably the back three's first time in PCN. But they've been around the club scene for a while too. So these are all really experienced players. And I think in PCN we're a little more familiar with the Benfica guys, but I don't think we should downplay this Man City side.
Yeah, no way, shape or form. Just before we move on, Taco Kid _Junior. Thank you for the raid. Shout out Taco. Is he playing this game? He is, right?
Yeah, he is.
He's in the back line.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So Taco gonna figure it out. Sending his people over here. So thank you for that, Taco. Best of luck to you as well in this game. Hopefully it's gonna go well. How much time do you think we got here?
Well, considering Chuck has had to
completely restart. I was about to say, what was happening with him? He was like an active profile. He was doing something weird.
There were randoms in their Benfica club. So.
Oh, you really hate to see that. That's a square up on site.
Too bad.
Shocker. Rebic is sending randoms to his club. Accusations
crazy
that are totally baseless and with no regard.
Well, since we have a bit of time to kill,
how are results shaking up?
Results are...
How's Atalanta versus Inter Miami? Because they really wanted to be on this marquee matchup, and they were not happy.
Let me go check that out.
See what that score that game was. I would love to see if that was a banger.
Now, Atalanta is still sitting as things stand in first place.
Yeah, I mean, World Cup winners.
Inter Miami is how that one finished.
Inter Miami with the upset? Question mark? I would say upset. Yeah.
Well, that's the only points Atalanta have dropped this season. They've won.
Yeah, let's go call it an upset. Why not? I'll get Fuji Kermit mad.
Why not? There you go.
I mean, Atalanta did win the Royal Cup. I mean, I think it's fair to say that that's an upset. I mean, Atalanta.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Because of them, we had to restructure our whole tournament because of them. So yeah, we'll call it an upset.
Start the. Can we get the "It's all your fault" chant going in the chat?
It is all your fault. True.
But in terms of Super League, Benfica, as things stand, pending other results, sitting third. Manchester City 7th. So not too many differing results. I mean, it is 4 or 5 games into the season, of course.
Still
Manchester City only 2 points back of Benfica. And I think we can safely say this Benfica side much more established inside PCN than Manchester City team as a whole. But again, 2 points off. If you're looking at the bigger picture, Manchester City could take this one and really make that push for that top 6 spot.
I mean, all I'm saying is that if Man City or Benfica, either of them win, that team goes top of the table. So still do have games in hand. I think Atlanta is the only game in hand that we're waiting on here to be put in versus who would that be? Valencia. They could get that score in. That'd be nice. But Benfica with a win would go clear very early on, but they would go clear to the top of the table. If Manchester City would win, they would go even with Orlando, but they would be on top on goal difference. So, first place battle early on in the season here for Super. Trying to get these points nice and early. Don't want to fall behind too quick. Booch, I will not get mad at the match. I am commentating. That's not how this works.
You can't get it? Dang. All right. But anyway, while we still have a little bit more time to kill, as Chuck still sorts his club out, trying to remove those that
the unwanted visitors.
Right. Adam, early shocks in Super League. What did you expect, and what have you seen that possibly goes against those expectations?
Early shocks. Let me pull up the table before my computer crashes on me.
That's a good idea.
Oh, love it. Computer's not responding. You love to see it. All right. Well,
There you
let
go.
me think about it.
Will, early shocks.
Any big teams at the bottom?
So, what's your question? I'm sorry.
So
Early
teams
shocks.
that you may have expected to be higher up, lower down the table, that have not met your
How
expectations.
about
Kind
the
of.
team that finished second last season in Super League, Lyon, sitting with 2 points after 5 games, with 3 losses and a -5 goal differential? That's a little shocking, don't you think?
Yeah, losing 4-1 to NYC, 2-1 loss to Young Boys, and a 0-0 draw against Juve. So only picking up the 1 point tonight.
Rough start for Lyon. I'm worried about the rest of the season for them, to be honest. If some of their guys start to lose faith and maybe give up a little bit, they could be in trouble. Kayla's got a real job on her hands.
And this could, it might have to be a managerial masterclass from Kayla to trying to keep this Lyon team not only competitive but together in general. You think?
For sure. Take a look at the other leagues here, see if there's anyone else who's surprising me. Ajax sitting second in League One. League Two winners from last season. Not very surprising. Very, very strong team. Trying to see here. Fiorentina, the preseason cup winners, or runners-up.
Runners up. Yeah.
Runners-up, sitting in 19th in League One. Oof.
Well, the preseason curses them.
And I
Love
think
to see it.
we saw Lille
I
on
warned them of the preseason cup. I told them.
we saw
I told him,
Lille
don't
on
go-
our first marquee matchup of the season.
Sitting 14th right now.
It really, I think we expected more from them. Newcastle,
They were my second
Weak.
place, so.
known for his defenses, conceding 4 times, so probably not as many, but they've only scored 3 times, and they've taken 2 losses in the process.
Yeah, but League's team will be there to fight throughout the season. I think they're going to be okay. They're sitting mid-table right now, so I'm expecting them to push their way towards the playoff picture and try to get a spot there, but it's been a rough go.
All right, what about League 2? Anyone know anything about League 2? Anyone?
League 2.
I don't know, but Athletic Bilbao is killing it.
Stream? Twitch chat? Do you know anything about League 2?
Can we get some League 2 update? Rangers making
I think
their
Athletic
PCN debut.
Bilbao's killing it because they have people spamming parts.
Celtic,
Crazy.
Santa Clara are both kind of disappointing to me. I think they're both 2 pretty good
Cel-
rosters.
Celtic were my far and away
Celtic,
favorites to win it.
4
So.
draws from Celtic
Yeah.
and a win.
With a +4 goal differential, man. Just
That is
Still haven't
not
lost.
ideal.
Still haven't lost.
Their only win was a 4-0 victory against Porto.
That's their goal difference. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, drawing 1-1.
I mean,
Drawing 1-1 to Toronto, 0-0 to Feyenoord, 1-1 to West Ham, and 1-1 to Liverpool.
Bilbao's doing it for the lads.
I was in it for the
7
lads.
goals unagainst.
I don't know if you guys saw a retirement post from Adri Rees
I
from
did too.
Bilbao, so that's pretty crazy. So they're doing it for them. They're doing it for him. That's what they're doing.
Scored was a bicycle
For.
kick versus Barcelona.
Yep. Love to
Crazy.
see it from the Madrid fans. You really hate to see it when he bangs a hattie on you, though.
Will, do we have communication with the managers? Because I think Chuck is potentially having to make an entire new club
They are
because
making a
somebody.
new club. That is
Oh
the issue.
man.
Yeah.
These random.
There's, some random people popped in their club for some reason. So
I blame Rebic with totally baseless accusations. I
You're full of baseless accusations tonight. huh?
100% baseless accusations. I had no proof whatsoever to say that whatsoever. I'm just saying.
Adam woke up this morning, if you didn't know, and said, it's May the 20th. It's baseless accusation day.
That's the day. That's the day on the calendar. I woke up, was making my food, and I was like, I can't find the peppers. Where they at? You know what? Rebic took them. It's his fault. I already know. He took them. He lives on the East Coast or wherever, but I just know he took them. It's just some way he took them. I don't know.
Jeez.
it looks like Benfica are just about ready to go. They've got everyone in the lobby now setting roles. So game should be kicking off.
Beautiful.
soon.
I'm
Man City-
restarting. So.
Fantastic.
I'm restarting.
Well, for
curious if
all
Luke Cross can work. Love to see it.
for all nearly 80 of you that have hung around and listened to us ramble for the past probably 10 minutes or so, thanks for sticking with us. We will get to the match shortly. If you're one of those that decided to hijack the Benfica club, have no word.
Just 0 words for you to try to derail absolute smooth sailing train that we have going here.
But anyways, now
while I'm
that
at it, TJ likes to ProClubsNation.com, ProClubsNation.com. TJ likes to plug God. It is out. All right, got that.
all right, now we got that out of the way. Trilich can be happy for the night.
Yep, that is making always.
Before we get to crunch time, predictions.
Predictions.
Who we
I'm
got?
going to give it Benfica coming off a draw. Oh yeah, they did draw against Real Madrid. For anyone wondering, with the live updates, it's maybe like 5 minutes late now, but you know whatever, it is what it is. I'm gonna go with Oh man, do I really go Manchester City here? I want to go with the old guard so bad. I think Stones is gonna get like a bicycle kick or something. I'm gonna go Benfica 1-0. That defense is gonna hold a clean sheet, and it's gonna be Stones done doing something crazy to get me excited, because that's his goal in PCN, is to get me excited.
Will, what are you thinking?
I can see some goals happening. Actually, I'm usually one of the guys to guess
Fence
the
right
goals.
draw.
But I'm gonna go with a 2-1 victory here for Benfica.
Still low score then.
I think chemistry is gonna be the difference here. I think
Chemistry.
I vow to never more than 3 goal prediction this entire season, because the way it's going, teams are only winning games by 1 or 2 goals anyway. So you will never see me make another 3-0 prediction ever again. I promise.
Squadda?
I'm going to go 2-0 Benfica. I think, to be completely honest, without knowing the ability of the defense of Manchester City, it's really hard to determine. But I think Stone, Deary, Marvinho, along with Chuck on the left, just that chemistry and those abilities are really going to cause problems for Manchester City.
I mean, we've got some
Timeout.
questions in the chat also. Saul, 1-0 to Man City. Mr. Mac with 3-0 to City.
I don't know if you're watching the thing with Benfica. Was that just a random that was in the right mid, or what's happening? Because that's how classy he's supposed to be. That's crazy.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it seems like
This man QF Robbie is insane tracking Chuck of Norris in the.
I mean, it is impressive. I will give him that. It is impressive stupidity.
If anyone has that
but,
gamer tag, Pro Clubs Nation TV chat, go ahead and report that gamer tag. Feel free. Send every single report under the sun to Xbox Live. Do not care for what it is at this.
Yeah. Because he is preventing.
Yeah, he's preventing
or
this game from being played right now.
Whatever it is.
Alright, PCN Benfica is going to the club PCN Wankers. That is the club they're going into. Just letting you know. That is 100% the club they're going.
Yeah,
I thought,
I'm trying to get those guys' names, so in case they do sign up for our league, they will not be.
I didn't catch it. I saw it was like
Well-
QF Robbie or something at the end. Was it like 33 or
30.
something?
Yeah,
it was
I
like QF
happen to
space
have,
Robbie space 33. So
I happen to have from Cage Technique, who has been oh so kind to send me their gamer tags. Well, I will forward those along.
there you go.
Please do that. Yeah.
Yeah, Taco in the Twitch chat.
Afterwards.
Taco, we are on it, trying to get these people to stop being assholes, basically. So
yeah.
no worries, Taco. You guys are good. We're watching it live happening.
Well.
Yes.
Since I guess we have a bit more time to kill, as they do their best to sort things out.
Just pray to God. Yeah, I don't even know where these guys came from. Just
It'll be nice
some
to have,
fucking
like,
guy in a basement.
A big, huge, long update I can give you guys, and some
Insane, right?
crazy,
Late
things, crazy admin
Night
things
League
happening.
coming soon.
But,
There you go. We'll say that one out loud.
Let's
I don't
just
have much.
conveniently
just
dump
started,
all
we
the
have nothing.
projects for the next 6 months.
Let's just do a podcast right now. Fuck it. That's how we'll just kill time that way.
Impromptu podcast.
Impromptu
Guys,
podcast.
if you have any questions you want to ask us,
You know what? Yeah, why not?
I mean,
You can
that's
add me in
actually a half
Discord
decent
or
idea.
DM me in Discord. You could say it in the Twitch chat, whatever you feel. Go ahead. While we try to find something to do here with Chuck Yellen back up, Houston.
this is Lobby Simulator 20.
This is more than Lobby Simulator. This is dudes being assholes 20. This is much different.
Okay, so I have reports, credible reports. Someone in the Twitch chat is following along with this Benfica club. So if you could please not, that would be great. But going back to what we were talking about before,
Oscar has tracked down the IP address. It comes from North Korea. I don't know how credible that is. But he says it. Anything that Oscar says is usually true. I'm gonna give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, Oscar's
pretty reliable.
Oscar's more credible than you think. Okay,
Exactly. PCN money.
Oh, let's see here. I need to pull it up because it's too good to mess it up. So I want to get it right the first time. And for the team that currently sit in 6th place, pending the result of this match, they could stay in that position. They could go down from that position.
Just fly.
But Manchester United, the bus is back.
Them
The
you
parking
boys.
brake has been pulled, and the goal is completely covered from end to end. However, they find themselves on 9 points with a +3 goal differential, having scored 5 and only allowed 2. 3 draws during that time, but the 2 wins. Out of Manchester United, making themselves definitely known in this upper midfield battle.
Yeah, they got really mad by Vape's comments saying that they were going to finish mid-table. That's what it is.
Well, maybe it's given them a swift kick in the rear to go out and prove them wrong. There's nothing better, in my opinion, than proving Vape wrong. That seems to be kind of the goal at all times.
That is the driver.
But anyway, let's just keep going down some of these teams. Monaco, newly promoted up into 8th place. 4 draws to their name as well, so it hasn't been all roses
draws
and
are points.
daisies.
Draws are points. You know, slow start to the season. Happens.
Slow starts do
Get
happen.
kicked up into high gear, though.
A goalless night for Monaco to start the season, drawing Leverkusen and Inter Milan 0-0, and then they followed that up with a 0-0 draw against LA Galaxy. Got their first win against Juve tonight, and then drew 1-1 with New York City. So, a Monaco team newly promoted, but I don't think there's really many of the faces that were left in that team that got promoted last season really still around. I mean, there's Brap Slap, Soccer FJ came in late to the team, was with the team, got loaned out in the end, came back. Varane's with the team from last season. Platypus Thrust still in there as well, but I think that's about really all there's is left to the team that got promoted out of League One last season. So, but it seems to be gelling together so far for Casbon's side.
I know he's figuring it out. You know, brought some additions in. The high transfer man, but going for a low budget. Monaco, QF. I don't know how to pronounce this. If you know it off the top of your head.
Is it just QF Coutinho?
No, he changed it. It's like I, and it has like an M in there and like a Z or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's easier to pronounce than what I'm making it out to be. I honestly just don't know it off the top of my head. If someone knows it in Twitch chat, let me know. I'll say it wrong. They brought in. I know they brought in Kev out of Chelsea as well. So they brought 2 players in from there after losing G-Fets to them. But I mean, Kaz does a pretty good job. Won the title last season in League One. He's going to figure it out again this time. Get his team to compete.
Well, for all nearly 100 of you that have stuck around for nearly 30 minutes now, we appreciate you hanging in there. We are trying to get this game underway as fast as we can.
Will, can I can I get you to do something real quick? Just put a public service announcement in the manager's chat to lock all clubs, because I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna be assholes anyway and try to join.
Gotcha.
Yep. I think that
just,
could be
just get like
a
an ad
consistent
everywhere.
thing.
Yeah, so just start locking clubs because these guys are trying to be assholes. Just kind of insane if you think about it.
Well. We're doing our best to get this going, but
Yeah, I think Benfica do have the club locked, I believe.
Yeah, they're trying
so.
to get these guys out that don't belong there.
Oh, they're still in? Oh man, these guys are insane.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, as long as the club is locked, I think as once they can get them out, they can't get back in, so that's the good sign. But PC and clubs, if any manager on here, just go ahead, hop on your Xbox real fast. Doesn't matter if you have to hop off Twitch for a couple seconds, leave us for a couple seconds, Go lock your clubs just to be safe.
Yeah, hop on your burners, hop on your mains, lock your clubs now, because something tells me this is not the end of this, and it is probably going to. And Will, if you even want to tell Chuck.
Yeah, he just put it. Oh yeah, that might. Yeah, if Chuck needs to stop his stream,
Chuck wants to stop his stream, and then just as soon as they match, put it back up. That might be ideal.
Yeah, once he's saved, that's totally fine. Totally cool with that as well. I'm assuming that's how they're getting into it, or that's where they know they're going.
Yeah. But trying to get this one underway, doing our best, everything that we possibly can. I guess Adam.
That was easy.
Should we head down to League One and have a little bit of League One discussion for those?
Oh, League One action? Why not? I love some of League One boys. I'm a resident League One player. I'm in Super League now.
How's that going for you? How's Super League treating you?
Good times. Not an assist yet, I don't think. I'm not checking my stats too much, but I don't think I have one yet. But we'll figure.
Oh, you'll get there.
That's the Wolves way.
The Wolves way.
We figured it out with time. We'll figure it out. So it is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Please no spam in chat as well for anyone trying to spam chat right now. It's just a swift ban. Just how it's gonna be. Just not really dealing with it right now.
Yeah, good times. Right. So League One.
Yes.
As things stand, Atalanta and Ajax level on 12 points. Dortmund behind them by a point. Lazio, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid all on 10. I can tell you right now, Adam, this season is going to be like the last two, and it's going to be a dogfight to the end.
I mean, I would love it for it to be a dogfight. That's the way I love League One to be. I don't like the the two-team race basically at the end. It just becomes not for some guys. If it's going to come down to the end, I would love it to come down to the end with those teams, especially a team like Lazio. Not a lot of people picking Lazio, but they got this one guy, Daco Swag, which I swear to God, if they put him in net, they're keeping all clean sheets all season. This dude is.
Well, and it's
they choose not to put him in net. I'm saying, Horse Barn, I love you. Did very good. To be fair, picked one out like top corner that I was sending one, and he somehow saved it. So all I'm saying, Daco Swag.
Well, first through ninth are separated by 4 points, so I think
it's gonna be.
I think we've said it a few times on the Marquee Matchup. It's things like these, it's tables like these that just show the absolute depth of teams, not only in Super League but League One as well, because this is going to start trending down into League Two, I assume, which is, if you've been living under a rock, has expanded to 20 teams this season. So there's only more players and higher quality of players that is going to come in as well.
League Two, obviously with the expansion, you're going to see a lot more competition. We're not going to have the whole mid-season break this time. This time around, it's going to be, just like League One, basically. I think, is it going to be the same amount of promotions as last season, Will? So it'll be the top three and then a play.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So it's gonna be absolutely like a dogfight in League Two for those top teams that are they'll probably distinguish themselves a lot more from the pack in the early going. Obviously, like we were talking about, I think we said Athletic Bilbao, but I mean, there's still time for those teams. Like with more games like we have now, there'll be a lot more time for like teams like the Celtics. Like for me, This is totally my opinion. Odds-on favorite to win it if they can figure it out, get back. I think they'll be fine. Haven't lost the game, obviously, just gotten a couple draws, but I mean, you still have time, a lot of time in the season to try to get one of those, especially top 3, so you can get up there.
Yeah, it's only May 20th and the season runs until July. So for those teams that haven't gotten off to the starts they wanted, have no fear, because there is plenty of FIFA to be played here over the next few weeks, couple of months, however you want to put it. We still have 33 games to be played. So do not be concerned. If you are sitting in that bottom half of the table, you'll get there. I believe in you. Adam believes in you. Will believes in you.
Well, Will might not believe in you, but Will's like, fuck
Will
those
probably
guys.
won't. Actually, yeah, Will probably. But an update for everyone watching. It does, in fact, look like we are nearly underway.
Benfica is in, God bless.
Benfica are finally in their club.
If anyone is late, if any managers are here late, I'm just letting you know. Lock your clubs as soon as possible. You may have some weirdos getting in there, so try to get those locked as soon as possible for all managers in PCN. I believe there's an everyone in Discord, so please abide by it. So I wouldn't say, like serious situation like the world's ending, but I mean just do it just for ease of mind, just to not like to get these randoms in here and get more attention.
Man City should be sitting here any second now.
Perfecto.
Fantastic. Well, for 105 of you that have been hanging around for just over half an hour, again, thank you for working with us. Thanks for sticking with us. We've been doing our best
working through it, figuring it out.
Fill the time as best as we can with interesting things. And
season just started. We don't have a lot of interesting stuff going on, right? Don't blame us.
The season just started, but I don't think, Adam, it's going to be much longer before we get some pretty good, should we call it saucy stories? Because it's around this time of the season, maybe a couple weeks from now, that it starts becoming very, very interesting.
Yeah, we may see some player movements, random player movements here and there from buyouts. I've always been a firm advocate in allowing the transfer window to be extended, maybe like a week through the season, like Sart. So I had Dorsey.
Ooh.
Yeah, Dorsey. But I mean, you may see some buyout contracts, people not liking the way it's going. Might see some movement, some snake season still very much in full effect. You do not
Buyouts have been restructured
doubt it
this
to
season,
happen.
so keep that in mind.
What?
Buyouts have been restructured this season.
Oh, very true. Buyouts have been restructured, so teams be buyouts if you're going to be buying out someone's contract on their behalf or something like. Wow, Chuck just shanked that shot. Jeez,
Adam, we're in the game.
We are in there.
For everybody watching, Benfica and Man City is underway. Manchester City kick us off in the black kits as they try to make their way forward. Taco Kid stepping into that one. Benfica in their red and whites as this one was back with Man City, but Deering picks that one off. Might try to play Stone through the middle, and just like that, 5 minutes in, the Stone Zone has come alive.
It's the Stone Zone, baby! Yes, sir! Oh, man, he made up for the All-Star game.
Well, and it might still continue.
No, all right, let's calm it down. I can't do too many of those, My throat might go out. Taco, what a step.
Taco stepping into that
on
one.
Twitch. Go drop him a follow.
Not allowing Stride to get any further, but now it's Benfica that make their way down the far side as Deering draws the foul. Benfica already 1-0 up, already with a very enticing free kick. So look to go short. Chuck will play this one to the back post. Demba Bob will get to that one. Fayette sending this one all the way back in. Is Chuck going to get to that one? Graphics claiming that one and allowing Manchester City to reset once more. Taco getting his head to that clearance, not before Gerard can send it back the other way. And Maestro now trying to send it to Slick Joey. Gets the head to the ball. Golden Panda trying to fight off Fayetteville, and now back to Joey on the near side. Chips it in for Golden Panda. Tries one drag back, gets around one defender, trying to wiggle that one through. Deflected a few times. Bottle face out to claim that one and distribute that one out to his manager, but just like that, gives it right back to Manchester City. So within 5 minutes, we've had a Stone goal, and Manchester City have responded probably the way they would have liked to respond, with a decent bit of attacking as we have just crossed the 10-minute mark. But just as I say, they were doing well on the attacking end of things. They're immediately on the back foot. Stone actually managing to get a foot to that one and potentially keeping that one in, but not before Manchester City have a throw. Into Vidal. Now Maestro into Stride. Back to Golden Panda. Jamming out, taking that one away. Maestro getting a foot to that one. Mike Dishon now back to Maestro, who tries to fight off Jamie, former Chelsea teammates last season, doing that one out. Marvinho doing well with some great footwork to weasel that out of his defensive midfield area. Now Deering down the far side. Look to get past one defender. Does so indeed. Lionel Gerrard taking that one away and sending it out of play. Keeping things at bay for now. Vidal in Mike Dishon, who tries to find Stride. Does so indeed, but Stride passing it right to Fayetteville. And this one is going to eventually head back the other direction, but Stone will send this back to Unlucky Masters, who will give that right to Golden Panda, but regain possession yet again because bundles are a thing. You got to remember, we even have a player in the league called Captain Bundles. I wonder if he's any good at those. Criminal Vidal looking to play a great through ball. Golden Panda now into Stride. Will he get the ball back? No, he won't. It'll be Joey who sends it back to Stride. Now back to Joey. Will he have a shot in bottle face with a great save at his near post? Manchester City have their first corner of this competition. Nearly 25 minutes in. It looks like a very... well, there isn't many bodies in that box, is there, Adam?
I mean, sometimes you don't need that many. All it takes is one header awry or one shot awry, you know. Might be
Demba Bob gets
going
to that
in
one,
towards goals. New tactics, man. You don't need that many in the box.
Well, new tactics might work out well as Stone all the way in over the top. May have done better to just send himself in, but
it's fouled.
Vidal with a foul. Benfica free kick once more. They have 3 players in front of the wall. This could be quite the interesting tactic that we see.
He hits these.
Or does Stone elect to hit it himself? He lays it off to Marquinhos at the back post, and I believe that was Deering looking to go for the bicycle kick, but it didn't really come off in the end.
Out of the room. I would have been gone.
Well, Jamie's turnovers resulted in this Manchester City attack down the far side. It's going to be trying to get looped in by Golden Panda, but it's tackled out of play. Benfica escape that counter attack as we near the 30-minute mark of this marquee matchup between two Super League teams that have gotten off to pretty good starts by both their standards and look to extend their run of form at the expense of the others. Now back to Chuck, who looks to play in Stone. Will Stone have a little go at the Manchester City defense? Maestro getting all the way back in his box to defend that one. It's headed away by Manchester City once more. Fayetteville and looking to play in Deering over the top, who may have been offside, but the flag stayed down. This one is an aerial duel right now. Stone into Deering. Deering, still Deering with the ball, as it's saved with Sir Graphics at his near post. These two teams having very good spells of possession. Walker getting his head to that one, but it seems like it's 15 minutes one way, 15 minutes the other, as we have about 10 minutes to go in this first half, Adam.
Just 10 minutes to go. Benfica on the attack. Very dangerous spots. I think Stone could have had a second one. Deering also had one in there at the end there, but Manchester City trying to hold it down.
Well, Deering now into the box, still with Deering. Walker taking that one off of him, and Deering is looking like he is ready to play on the marquee matchup. He's already gotten past 2 or 3 defenders in this 38-minute-old match tonight. See some nice little bit of skills from the Manchester City attacking midfielder, but now that one's thrown directly to Chuck of Norris, who has that
correction. Chuck Exotic, correction.
There you go.
He will be called that from now on.
Doing his best Joe Exotic impression with his pro.
Yes, obviously. No, I mean, Joe Exotic stole Chuck's. He saw the PC and stream. He was like, yeah.
Classy with this ball now. I'm trying to figure out. My attention was taken away ever so shortly. Marvinho has either paused or lagged out of the game. We hope it's the former. As that one's looped over the top, it looks like Taka will get to that one, take the man with him. It will be a Manchester City corner, their second of the competition. And with that bot that I believe is in the attacking midfield, that is going to be pretty rough for Benfica to try to deal with. Chuck is in the enemy role as this one's whipped to the back post. Demba Bob got his head to it and did his job, but no one else was there to meet it. Golden Panda, well, he looked to the middle. No, he'll try to get around one man. It looks like we do have... no, we don't. It's actually Chuck trying to defend Slick Joey. Bottleface out quickly to claim that one with 3 minutes of added time to go in the first half. As things stand, Stone's goal 3 minutes in is the only difference between these two teams, but both sides having some very high-quality chances, but just not able to convert as of yet. And Manchester City might get one more. Perps getting a leg to that one to send that one far and away as we are about to blow the final whistle. But before we do that, Benfica, one last chance at an attack. Deering getting muscled off the ball by Gerrard.
Gerrard
will do it for the first half. Adam, that was a lightning start for Benfica.
I mean, yeah, they wanted to come in. They were coming in mad. They did not like those randos for sure. They came out right quick. I think it was an interception by, was it right in the midfield?
I believe it was.
Slotted it into. Yeah, it was either Marvinho or Deering. There was someone very, very pressed high, very much so. But Stone, I mean, he's not going to look at that one twice. He's going to hit that one right into the netting.
Well, I think it's safe to say that Manchester City have had their spells as well. They just haven't quite had the breakthrough moment yet.
Haven't had the breakthrough moment. It's going to be difficult, obviously, with this backline to concede so early. You know, you need a goal against a very good Benfica backline. Benfica, I would say PCN renowned for their defense, even though they do have the Stone Zone up top with Chuck on the wing, using an attacking role. But that defense, far and away, usually what the Benfica guys try to hold on to. So it'll be a tough ask for these Man City boys.
Well, we have kicked off the second half. Benfica got us underway and have a throw on the near side. Mike Dishon just heading that one away once more. Benfica working their way slowly up the field through a series of throws, but Deering had the ball, and we will have another throw. This one thrown a bit farther away from the touchline as things have his... Oh, Deering gets to that one. Chuck might have a shot, and he gets absolutely mobbed right on the pen spot. Not able to get that shot off.
Big tackle from Bob there.
Golden Panda down the far side, wheeling all the way out to the wide areas. Perps gets to that one. Bottleface doing a great job coming off his line and preventing the corner kick. Demba Bob head to that one. Taco returning the favor and sending that one all the way into the corner as Gerrard loops that one out. Mike Dishon again, now with Vidal stride. Golden Panda back to Vidal. Into Slick Joey, who finds Maestro. Vidal again. This is a great build-up and passing move from Manchester City, but it only looked very good if it results in a goal on the end of it. And just as I say that, had it taken off of him. Now could Deering be played in down this near side as he tries to cut back and wait for his options to open up. Gets past one, gets past maybe two, and trying to get past the same man again. Not quite working out in the end. Manchester City throw. Alcatraz sending that one long. Stride actually got to that one over Taco, and it didn't quite come out in the end of what the Benfica side wanted. Manchester City with the ball yet again, but he gave it to Stone momentarily before giving it to Fayetteville. And now Deering trying to play Stone in yet again, but even if Stone did get that ball, he still had about 3 men to beat. Now this one lumped all the way over the top. Joey now on the far side looking for it looked like Golden Panda in the middle, and that didn't quite come off to him. That ball from Chuck is going to get claimed by Belcatraz. Belcatraz into the middles for Stride. There's a bit of a fumble going on. Maestro gets a foot to it. Manchester City looking all the more threatening as time ticks on here. But they do still need to return Stone's early strikes. That one's headed away by Taco. And can Benfica counter here? So he finds Demba Bob, who will have a go himself. And Bottle Face with a great save to match the strike.
Man City feeling themselves out a little bit more, trying to break through this defense. Did have some scary moments there. Taco trying to think his undefender, or his DM got in the turns the corner though. Ooh.
Perps getting his head to that one. That one headed back in. Stone going to try to bring this away. He finds Classy, who we haven't seen much of during this competition, but trust me, he is fulfilling his role.
Class on grass, baby.
Class on grass, as they like to call him, but that one is taken away from Chuck by Walker and immediately given back to Deering, who with a great bit of footwork from the Benfica striker. Classy now back into Deering, who we have seen all sorts of in this matchup tonight, as that one's picked off by Chuck. Manchester City have about 20 more minutes to try to make amends for their errors 3 minutes into the match. Golden Panda now into Vidal, now for Stride. Only gets that one to Stone, who wrestles off Panda. Walker now finding Slick Joey. Mike Dishin back to Joey. And bides his time out on the wing. Maestro now into the middle, absolutely mobbed by Fayetteville. And Walker back into Joey. They're doing a lot of work down the far side, our Manchester City, to keep hold of the ball. Some great bit of footwork, but they're not making much progress, are they, Manchester City? As I say that, this one whipped over the top. Joey now trying to find Stride. I think that was darting into the middle. It didn't quite come off in the end as Manchester City. Do you think they're benefiting from the lagout, Adam? Because it almost certainly seems like since the lagout, it has been all one-way traffic.
I mean, yeah, this is 2 marquee matchups in a row where we've had a lagout. Obviously, the Lille. Who did Lille play? Hearts. Jeez, I don't know. I couldn't think of Hearts. They had multiple. Even in the lagout, especially in the attacking middle, it's going to be a difficult one to prove. But Chuck's pretty good with the Ennie, so wouldn't put it past him to try to get something special.
Well, Panda's working his way again down that far side. Mike Dishin now, Maestro. They're going to try to work it back to this left-hand side, which they have used very rarely this entire matchup, and that might be why Classy doing his best to try to muscle that one away. Taco with a great bit of defensive capabilities from the center back. Maestro again, Belcatraz looking for Vidal in the middle, who might have a shot before he's met by 4 Benfica defenders to usher that one away. Benfica clinging to a 1-0 lead. Vidal into Gerard, looking to go over the top for Belcatraz. Will Taco get to it? No, he won't. It'll go straight to Panda. The Perps there to help out his fellow center back. Clear that one away. We have about 5 minutes and change. That was a huge throw into the middle, but it didn't quite come off.
The season's going to be the season of the throw-ins, man. We saw it with Hearts, the Hearts throw, as we're going to dub it officially. Something about throw-ins this season. I don't know. Something magic's going to happen with them. I can already feel it. Marquee Matchup.
No, that throw-in not really working out for Benfica. Walker, Panda now on the far side. Well, he looked to whip one in. He'll try to work his way around Fayetteville, but that doesn't really work out. But then Fayetteville returns the favor. Now Maestro picks that one off into Golden Panda. Panda trying to square that one across. Masters getting out of the way of that one and sending that one to Chuck. Now for Deering, he's one-on-one with a defender. Gets past him.
He's zooming past.
Getting past him. Deering having himself quite the night. Isn't on the score sheet, but he is put on quite the display. Nearly getting past 2 and 3 defenders. Manchester City have 2 minutes to equalize here against Benfica. Maestro, Mike Dishin, back to Golden Panda, who's going to whip this one to the back post, and Bottleface, strong claim, strong hands. The Benfica goalkeeper has surely iced this one now for Benfica, as the added time has expired. This one sent forward.
That's going to be it. Hey, 1-0, let's go.
Another chance. 1-0 to Benfica is how it ends.
That I was correct, Scarter. Write that one down in the notebook. More favor. Thank you very much. It's a 1-0-0 for me, boy. God, imagine not having a prediction correct. Imagine that Twitch chat. Can't believe it. I get to hold this over both of you for as long as possible.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you'll hold it over me until Sunday, most likely.
Oh, yeah, because you're gonna get it right. Yeah, I doubt it.
But Adam, I think it was another one of those games where it was a tale of two halves. I think it was Benfica the first half, and then the lag out in the second half just allowed and invited Manchester City as much pressure as they could.
Yeah, it didn't make it tougher for the attack, but I mean, one of the shout-outs here this game has to be Deering, especially on that last play when he just ran it up the wing. The amount of time that killed, instead of getting that ball at midfield, he was allowed to run all the way up the pitch and then a little bit down the touchline. That's just an absolute killer right there. But Stone got the early goal. Defense for Benfica, absolutely rock solid as per. So, I mean, can't really expect much else from this Benfica side. Man City did put up a fight though right at the end. Almost had a couple, but safe defense, solid goalie. It is what it.
Well, I'm thinking that that helps. Obviously, it helps Benfica more than Manchester City, but Benfica are going to go level with Atlanta United now after that one for first place in Super League.
Yeah.
So Atlanta won. They're on 13 points with a +8 goal differential. Benfica will be on a +6 goal differential, also on 13 points. So they will take second place, jumping Orlando in the table. And Adam, this definitely is a result against a very good Manchester City team. I think we expected the game to be probably a little more looking a little more shaky at the back for Manchester City, but those boys at the back really held their own back there against three extremely talented forwards.
Yeah, it did hold their own. They got it figured out. But I mean, like we said, it's absolute class to try to hold it down to try to get a goal from this defensive side. Props to them, though. They still have a long way to go. I think you said they're in 7th place.
They will stay in 7th place, yes.
Yeah, and you're 7th place very early on in the season, only 5 games in. You can still make a push Super Cup very easily and still compete for that title. I think, who is it? Yeah, Orlando, Benfica, and Atlanta are the only undefeated teams left, I think. Are they? Oh, no, there's more. Manchester United still hasn't lost, and so Man City getting their first defeat.
Monaco has not
of the
lost
season.
either.
Yeah, that's what I said. I must have cut out. Unlucky.
Unlucky.
Yeah, it happens. But yeah, I think having those low loss counts very early on in the season is what you like to see. Young boys obviously still up there competing for some spots. Young boys, I think that's the former Inter team, right? Am I wrong? Right?
Yes.
It's a lot of those. Yeah, a lot of returning guys. Okay, yeah. So I mean, yeah, obviously the preseason curse isn't affecting them yet.
Hasn't kicked in yet.
Mark my word, those preseason curses. Oh man, I hate them. Fiorentina's already feeling the effects. But it's going to be an interesting season. Having already, 2 teams drawn at the top. Orlando obviously trying to defend that crown. It's going to be a very interesting season going forward. Only 5 games in. It's good.
Well, before we close out tonight, Will, anything that we didn't go through in the 30 minutes that we had to talk about that we didn't talk about beforehand?
Not on my end, no. I think we covered just about everything in PCN.
Don't be an asshole and join clubs. Try that one. That's a new one.
Managers off your clubs because for those that
hide your kids, hide your clubs.
And for those that did hop into the clubs, we have found your VFL profiles.
Insane!
GGs.
Insane that it was VFL. Crazy that you would out them like that. If anyone's just joining us late, I see one guy did join us late, but Will got him covered. But if anyone joining us late, ProClubsNation.com. If you want to get started in Xbox 11v11 Pro, plug God Adam here. Just letting you know that is the website. Every link under the sun should be under there.
And we've got some more things in the works, so if you're not on Xbox, stay tuned.
Ooh.
Whoa,
Leak?
whoa,
Question mark?
whoa,
Leak? You're just gonna drop that? You're just gonna
much.
leak that like that?
Too
Crazy.
much.
You're saying that he would just leak that.
Too
I
much.
can't believe you're gonna announce that we're moving to Switch that early. Insane that you would say that out
We're
loud.
ahead of the curve.
Yeah, we're going to the Nintendo Switch, boys. You heard it here first. Love to see it.
All right, lads. Without your Nintendo Wii's, we're headed back.
Yep. Might as well bust out the GameCube too. Just might as well announce everything. We'll just let it
Yeah.
out in the air like that. Insane. God, crazy that he would say that out loud. Imagine
Oh,
it.
jeez. All right. Well,
What should we do here? Well, I
for
feel like we
myself,
should start hosting people. Question mark?
I don't know.
Host some people in the PCN community. I don't know. Taka, you going live? Host him. Be nice.
see if Juani's
Spread the
going
love.
or something.
Spread the love. I don't know. Someone in
Hey,
PCN community. If you're live, we'll drop you a host instead of ending the stream
there you go.
and having 50 people go unwanted.
Man.
I don't
Well,
know. Someone's live. Someone's bound to be live. I don't know. We'll find them.
probably.
Taco, go
Well-
live. You're about to get 50. Easy.
Well, for myself, for Adam, for Will, who always works about 18 hours in a sweatshop to try to get these underway and working as silky smooth as possible, we thank you all for sticking with us and watching tonight's marquee matchup. Benfica taking home the 1-0 win, heading joint top of the table with Atlanta United. But until Sunday, we will see you then.